Welcome back. In sports news, it's a record 9th Roland Garros title for world number 1, Rafa Nadal, after recovering from a set down to beat Novak Djokovic 3-6, 7-5, 6-2, 6-4. Nadal lost the opening set 6-3, but struck back to win the second 7-5 and benefited from Djokovic's lapse in form to take the third. Having gone a break down, Djokovic managed to find his way back into the deciding set before a double fault handed the championship to the Spaniard. Nadal is the first man ever to win a major title 9 times, taking his Grand Slam total to 14. Victory also means he will remain world number 1 ahead of Djokovic.
Called long.
Of the 2014 French Open, Novak Djokovic. Ladies and gentlemen, today he has won his 9th French Open title, Rafael Nadal.
Oh, a great beyond ball, 1-6 of him here. Nadal gets up on the pedestal and hoists it. It is 9 Grand Slam titles here at Roland Garros.
A French Open champion, Maria Sharapova, earlier today presented her second Suzanne and Glenn Cup to reporters, fans and tourists in front of the Eiffel Tower. Sharapova won what is now her 5th Grand Slam title on Saturday, defeating Simona Halep 6-4, 6-7, 6-4. Saturday's final was the longest women's shootout in Paris since 1996, when Steffi Graf beat Arantxa Sanchez Vicario 10-8 in the final set at 3 hours and 4 minutes. Back home, the federal government has assured sports federations that all sports will be given equal opportunity to develop. This assurance is coming from the Minister of Sports, Dr. Tammy Denagogo, as he addressed players at the National Under-15 Cricket Championship in Abuja. Dr. Tammy Denagogo says the federal government is committed to developing the nation's sports sector. Former Netherlands football captain Rod Gullit believes the surprise package of the 2014 World Cup in Brazil will be African teams. Gullit, who was famous in the 1980s for his swirling dreadlocked hair, says the level of football in Africa has improved and that might come to play in Brazil. Away from sports news now, but staying on the foreign scene, Egypt's former army chief, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, is now officially the country's president. The 59-year-old was sworn in for a 4-year term at a ceremony in the Supreme Constitutional Court earlier today. He signed the document authorizing him to take over power from interim president Adli Mansour. At the ceremony, al-Sisi vowed to establish a new Egypt, a strong, just and secure country which enjoys prosperity. He won last month's presidential election with a landslide, majorly helped by his ousting of Mohamed Morsi last July. He inherits a nation that is divided and weary, and experts have warned that if he cannot deliver in the next year or so, there could be a mass revolt. The Archbishop of Dublin, Diarmaid Martin, says a full inquiry is necessary to determine the deaths of almost 800 children at a covert-run mother and baby home in Ireland. The children, as old as 9, died between 1925 and 1961. The grave in Tuam was initially thought to date to the 1850s when discovered 40 years ago. The Archbishop insists the truth must be revealed. The Ireland's government has set up an interdepartmental group to look at the case. The home was run by nuns on the Bon Succor Sisters for 36 years. And the main news again. Former CBN Governor Sanusi Lamido Sanusi has been named Emir of Kano. Madam Sanusi Ado Bayero becomes the 57th ruler of the ancient kingdom after he was chosen by the Emirate Council to succeed the late Emir Ado Bayero. Spontaneous protests, however, broke out across the ancient city following the announcement of Sanusi as the new emir. Supporters of the late emir's eldest son, Sanusi Lamido Ado Bayero, reportedly kicked against the selection. And ex-army chief Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has been sworn in as Egypt's new president following a landslide election victory. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.